Howdy, my name's Sandy, and I would like to welcome you to Living the RV Dream. On this channel, we discuss everything RV, from buying RVs to selling RVs to fixing RVs to cleaning RVs to living in RVs to traveling in RVs. We cover the whole thing. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about RV toilets. I'm not going to give you a tutorial on how to clean them because you can go to my writing site, which is hubpages.com, and there you will find Time Traveler 2. And there you will find a bunch of articles, among which would be how to dump and deep clean your RV sort tank in 5 easy steps. The steps are basically not complicated, but there are a lot of details with them, so saying them to you won't mean anything because you'll forget about what I said anyhow. So just listen. So go to the site, look it up, and you're going to see that the 5 steps involve protecting yourself because you will be dealing with toxic materials. Let me get my list. Sorry about that. Protecting yourself, preparing to dump, emptying your tanks, deep cleaning your tanks, backwashing, and using enzyme treatments. Now, most people think that if you simply dump regularly, you're cleaning your tanks, but you are not. There's a lot of sludge and gooky stuff that gets stuck to the side of your tanks. If you don't clean that out regularly, it will harden and can cause clogs, and clogs are not bad, not good. They have to be removed carefully with special materials, and if you don't get them out in time, you have to have it done professionally, and it's very expensive. So you want to pay attention to this, and you do want to go to hubpages.com, and you do want to look at my profile page, Time Traveler 2. If you search around a little bit, you'll find it. And there you'll get all the details. And after 50 years of doing this, I can tell you this is the best way to clean your tanks. I can also tell you I'm 76 years old. If I can do a tank cleaning and sanitizing, anybody can. Everybody makes a big deal about it. It's not a big deal if you do it right. But what I want to really talk to you about today is a bad experience I had when I was early in my RVing years. My husband had to go off, and he left me alone with the RV, and the tank needed to be emptied. I could see that it was getting too full, and the RV was starting to smell, which is what happens when your tank gets too full. Well, I went around the back of the RV, and I pulled the little lever for the tanks, and nothing came out. I thought, uh-oh, this is not going to be good. So I got a hold of a neighbor, and I told him my problem. I said, my husband isn't here, and I've got to get this tank emptied because I won't be able to use it. And he said, well, what you need to do is get a bucket and a broom, and keep the bucket, put some gloves on, and keep the bucket close to the hose. And when you pull that tank handle, stick that broom handle up in there, and whatever's in there will loosen up and will come out. When it starts coming out, close it real quick, and then you can attach it to the sewer. Sounded good. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't so good. I got the broom handle in there, and all of a sudden, this stuff came flying out of that hose like Niagara Falls. There was human waste and toilet paper everywhere. I mean, that tank was loaded for bear. It got in my shoes. It got all over my clothes. It rolled downhill in front of my RV and made it like a little lake. The kid next door thought it was fun, and he decided to go swimming in it. It was a mess. Well, it took a few hours and convincing that kid that that was not something he should be swimming in. And I got it cleaned away. It was terribly embarrassing to see all of your innards spewed all over the place. But anyhow, I got it squared away with the help of a good hose, and I couldn't figure out what the heck happened. Well, what happened was my husband, not knowing that I was going to try and clean out the tank or that it was full, had stored some sticks inside the hose, and that's what blocked the waste matter from coming out. I had no idea why he did that. Needless to say, I was furious with him. He was embarrassed. We got it straightened around, and that was the end of the story. But the bottom line is, don't stick anything in your hoses. You know, if you're going to clean a tank, keep the hoses open. You know, empty your black water out first, and then your gray water, and keep pouring water into it until you see it running clear. Follow the steps in that article, and you'll be okay. It does not have to smell. It does not have to be messy if you don't do stupid things like we did. But you know, when you're young, and you're younger, I should say, anything younger than 76 is younger. But when you're younger, you don't think about those things. You don't have the experience. You don't know. So I'm giving you a heads up. Keep your tanks clean. Keep them sanitized. Use enzyme treatments in them. Follow the directions in the article, and you'll do fine. And by the way, the articles are free to read. If you liked this advice and liked this video, please subscribe to this channel. There will be more of the same about different topics, and every article will give you some little tidbit of information that will help you to have a better RVing experience. So don't hesitate to subscribe. And that little bell in the upper right corner of the page, click on that. That's your notification bell, so that every time I do a video, you will be notified if you subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.